Morning, guys. Jordan here at the Nutty Gnome Homestead. Today is December 3rd, 2024, and we are getting ready to smoke some prime rib. Guys, this is so easy, anybody can do it. And if you don't have a smoker, don't worry. You can do the exact same thing in your oven at home. Guys, today we're celebrating something special here on our farm. We decided we're going to do something that we don't normally do. We got an expensive cut of meat. These are 5 pound standing rib roast, prime ribs, whatever you guys want to call them. They go by several different names. We've got them from a local butcher. We went ahead and seasoned them up. We're going to show you that here in just a minute. Guys, this is going to be an exceptional entree to our party tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to get these on the smoker. It's going to take about 35 to 40 minutes per pound to get these to where we want, nice medium rare. You guys, like I said, don't have to use the smoker. You can do the exact same thing in your oven, but you are going to need a meat thermometer. It does make life a whole lot easier. So we're going to bring you guys in close. We're going to show you how we get this whole process done. Okay, guys, so here we have two 5 pound prime rib roast. Now, you guys can get these from your local butcher. You can get them at a lot of your larger grocery stores. Usually around the holiday season, you'll see these come out. A lot of them in the stores, you'll find a choice. If you're lucky enough to get a prime, I suggest getting those. If you have the option, I highly suggest you get these from your local butcher, from locally sourced beef. That's what these are. These are from a local butcher. So, guys, here's what we do. We take these roasts, we give them a nice little coating of olive oil, and then we keep everything simple. We put a nice coating of black pepper, coarse sea salt, and then we use freshly minced garlic. You can also use the freshly minced garlic that you make yourself, or you can get the stuff in the jar, or you can use whole cloves. I've already used up all my garlic that we've harvested for this year. Already had it all processed, so that's what I use. This is garlic from our farm. And then you're also going to want to put a little bit of rosemary on there. Rub this all in, and then truss it up. Guys, you don't have to do this. It does make for a neater presentation later on. It keeps all the meat together. But you would be amazed. This little string right here can hold this little roast together. So now that we have this all seasoned, we put it in the refrigerator overnight, uncovered. Now, what this is going to do is that salt's going to draw some of the moisture out. You're going to have the penetration of the seasoning deep into the meat. You can let this sit for a couple of days if you have the time and the space in your refrigerator. And all it's going to do is intensify these flavors. The meat's going to dry out just a little bit from the outside, which is a good thing because it's almost going to be like dry aging. But if you don't have much time, 24 hours is a good little rest period for this. It works out pretty good. So here we have a bowl of cherry wood. This is what we're going to be smoking our prime rib with today. This cherry was harvested right here off of our farm. What we're going to do is we cut it up into pretty good sized chunks. You guys can see these are about the size of the palm of my hand. I like the larger chunks. I don't like the tiny little chips for smoking. These are going to last a long time. Soak your wood for at least an hour in some water. Wet wood smokes a lot better. It doesn't just catch on fire and burn up real quick. If you have the time and the place to do it, soak this wood overnight. You're going to get a lot better smoke out of it if you do that, guys. So we're going to go get the smoker set up. Okay, so we got these all seasoned up and they are ready to go onto the smoker. These are going to be ready for dinner tonight. Guys, these things are going to be phenomenal. I'm looking forward to it, and I really hope everybody tries this out. If you guys don't mind, I'd really like it if you all like, share, and subscribe. It really does help us out, make these videos come out to you guys. So if you guys wouldn't mind doing that, it doesn't cost you anything. It really does help boost us in the YouTube searches. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this with your friends. If you guys try one of these for the holidays, please leave us a comment and let us know. If you guys do something different with yours, let me know how you guys do it. This is how we've been doing our prime ribs for a long time. So what we're going to do is we've got our smoker preheated. It's a little warm, but it's going to cool off real quick as soon as we we open it up here. I'm going to go ahead and put in our tray for the smoke. We're just going to take these two 5-pound roasts. We're going to set them on our top rack. Just like so. We want to make sure there's plenty of room around them. We don't want these guys crowded. We want there to be a nice layer of smoke, create a nice little bark on here. Now, the most important thing, guys, like I said, you want to use a meat thermometer. We're going to look, this is the slightly larger of the two roast. We're going to slide this in right into the middle of that roast. And we're going to let this sit and do its thing. Now, we're looking for an internal temperature of around 120 degrees when we're going to pull this off. Now, we're hoping to keep this around 225 to 250. And like I said earlier, it's going to be somewhere around 35 to 40 minutes per hour, or per pound, rather, 35 to 40 minutes per pound to get this roast up to where we need it to be. So 225, 250, if it goes up a little higher than that, it's not too big of a problem. You'll just have to keep an eye on it. That's why we have the thermometer in there. So we're looking for a nice medium rare roast. We'll bring you guys back in a little bit. Now, the first thing this morning, we got up and we took these rib roast out of the refrigerator and we put them on the counter to come up to room temperature. What's that going to do is going to make the meat not go into essentially shock whenever we put it into the preheated smoker. Guys, we want to have a nice bark on the outside. That's what everybody likes, that nice crusty, crunchy bark on the outside. You can achieve that with the smoker, doing it the entire thing inside there, or you can also do the smoke in the smoker and then finish it off in your oven. That's what we're going to be doing today, guys. So, oh, that smoke's coming out. It's smelling absolutely amazing. Guys, try one of these. It's worth the investment, and all your friends and family are going to be super impressed when you get it finished. All right, guys, we hit our 120 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to pull these off. We're going to let these guys rest for about 15-20 minutes or so. Don't they look good? We got a nice little bark on the outside here. You can hear that. We're going to take these guys inside. We're going to rest them for a little while. After they rest for a little while, we're going to put them in a 450 to 500 degree oven for about 15 minutes. And that's really going to make that nice crunchy bark on the outside really pop. That's the trick to getting one of these real delicious prime ribs that's going to just melt in your mouth, guys. So after this rest, we're going to throw it in the oven for just a few minutes. We'll show you guys how we do that. All right, so here it is out of the oven at 475 for 15 minutes. It's got a nice crispy bark on it. This is going to be perfect for any of your holiday festivities or any special occasion. And there it is, sliced, ready to serve. As you guys can see, we got a nice medium rare. We got a pretty nice smoke ring here. It's nice and juicy. Doesn't get any better than that. So there you have it, guys. That is how we make a prime rib, standing rib roast, whatever you guys want to call it. It's super simple. You guys can smoke it, you can make it in the oven, or you can do a combination thereof. If you guys have any questions or comments on how to make one of these yourself, please feel free to message us down below or contact us over on Nutty Gnome Homestead on Facebook. If you guys like this kind of content, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help us out. People are starting to show up here, so we're going to dig in. Till next time, y'all stay safe.